How's it going, everyone? Today is December 12th, 2019, and this is Thriving Bulls Trade of the Day. Good morning or afternoon, wherever you guys are coming from. This is Thriving Bulls Trade of the Day. We are looking at the Euro USD for a sell trade here. We're only looking for a potential little bit of a downturn here. We're not looking for anything too crazy. I'll kind of show you what we're looking at. But as of right now, we're looking at our sell around here as well as here. We have two trades on them. I'll bring up the NADEX website here in a second here. But we see that we had some really strong momentum to the upside. We've come all the way down to the downside, right back to set, wicked right at the 23.6 extension. And we've come right back into that 78.6 extension to the positive 0.5. And my hope and guess is that we'll come right back down into the 50 zone right about here, and then we'll work our way back up. And that's what I'm hoping. So let's go ahead and see what we got on the NADEX side of things. 1 second. So on the NADEX side of things, we're looking at the positive side in profit on this particular out of the money trade, and then we have our negative trade, negative $32, negative $22 right here at 11.46. So it's just because of the positions that we got in. We didn't really get in at good pricing when it came to the 11.46 trade there, but that's okay. So we're looking for, we have our two orders in at 11.42. We're looking for 45, so we're at 54 right now. So we got a ways to go on that one. And then on the 46, we're looking for 25.75, and we're at 41 right now. So that's just the orders that we'll have as, you know, just for the time being, but we may actually get rid of the trade a little sooner just because we have an hour, basically an hour and a half until the trade expires. So right now we're at the 61.8. We're kind of failing at the 61.8, but we may not potentially fully fail at this, so because we do have a trend line kind of working out of our favor here. So this is the trend line we kind of have to look for, and this is what we'll be looking for the trade to kind of push down into this type of zone. And then once it kind of goes down into this type of zone, if we can get there right, you know, in the next few minutes, this is where we'll probably sell our trades off. So what it looks like is that we have price doing kind of this number here, just kind of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But we are losing a lot of momentum to the upside. We have a lot of divergence as well. If we go into the 15-minute chart, you can really see it. So if we zoom in here, you can see that we have some major divergence. We have a lot of this highs, and then we're only right down into here. So we're really showing some major divergence here. So we should be able to see some nice downward play get into that zone. So we're going to kind of watch this and just see exactly where price is going to be heading. So it looks like price failed to break that 61.8 extension on the Fibonacci. We're going to retest it one more time. Right now, this type of area right here is kind of acting as resistance. So if we break into this and maybe create new highs into this little area here within, and when I mean new highs, I mean the highs from this kind of zigzag point. You see that we have a low, and then we have a high, a higher low, and then a higher high, a higher low, then a higher high, then a higher low. So it's only plausible to be able to kind of, I guess, consider that we're going to do one of these numbers and just kind of keep doing this, right? But sometimes the market kind of fakes you out in that way. It makes you think that the price is going to go that way. We have a lot of this type of area that is working in our favor. The positive 0.5 with 78.6 extension, that where price usually kind of hits on a dime and kind of reverses when it comes to the Fibonacci's, as you can see here. So that's what we're going to be looking at. We're just going to kind of hold the trade off as for right now. Right now, again, we're kind of stuck in this zone. So we're going to be looking for this type of zone to get. Let's see here. That kind of messed up for us. So let's go ahead and redraw this line, this little trend line here, and then we'll kind of get a better idea as to where maybe price will head. All right, So as you can see, we're kind of forming this kind of wide, almost angled flag pattern, kind of it's like the flag pattern, but on the opposite side, like a mirrored flag pattern. So it looks like price is still not being able to break this little area as expected, because if you really look at this, you can see that this kind of acted as support as well as resistance in the past, and here we are right now, working our way around that exact same zone, except it's acting as resistance now. So, and then when we broke it, hit to the upside on the 78.6 extension as well as the 0.5 deviation, and then we just kind of failed, and we failed all the way down to that 61.8. Now we're working our way back up, but we are losing that momentum. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video, and then we're gonna come back and see what happens with this trade. All right, so as you can see, we really took a nice downturn here, and we actually got out on this trade at around about 35, and then we got out of this trade around here at the position that we wanted, which was $15 per contract. So we made 150, not subtracting the fees on this particular trade. Excuse me, we made about $7 and some odd cents per contract on this particular trade, and that's without the fees. So let's go ahead and bring up the chart and see exactly what's going on here. Why we basically took it out was because we were actually wicking around this little this trend line here. As you can see, we are breaking that trend line and starting to get into kind of a lower zone, but it's not, it's not important to us anymore. We got our trades closed out. We made a quick, few $100s, or close to about a couple $100s here. So we're happy with that. We'll probably come back down. It looks like we're, and again, we wicked around that 50, which is what we look for. We wick around the 50. We're wicking around this trend line. Okay, it's probably a good time to get out. And then we move on. Even though that the trade could have really worked in both favors here, as you can see, if we go back into NADEX, you can see that this particular trade, we were wanting to get out 25.75, and we would have already closed that trade out. But again, that's not how you want to look at the markets. The markets will, sometimes you'll get out too early, and the market will, you'll maybe make $10 and you could have made 20, but hindsight's always 20/20. So you never want to look at a trade and say, man, I wish I would have done it this way. Man, I wish I would have done it that way. You kind of live and you learn on these things. If you know a trade is going to be here, and you know that you have confidence, and you want to be a little bit more aggressive, then you do that. If you wanted to take off maybe half the position here, then you could have done that too. And it looks like the price is going to maybe even work all the way back down to 23.6, or maybe even the 38.2, and then retrace back up that way, as it seems to be doing now. So so that's the trade. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to go and show you guys that we still have our cyber deal going on. If you still are interested in our auto trader is only $150 a month, and it is not just the auto trader that you receive. You receive the auto trader as well as our signals, as well as that come with WhatsApp alerts now, as well as the or SMS. We have SMS now. We are still working on WhatsApp. We should have WhatsApp in the next couple of days, or by the end of the week. And then we also have our deviation levels, which is what you see here, and you receive these every single day. The deviation levels and thriving signals, which is our manual signals alone, are $190 together. But with $150 a month, you get both of those things plus the thriving trader, which is our auto trader system. These deviations levels are incredible. As you can see, we get them for 4 different pairs. We have Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, USD JPY. You also get them for the 4 indices. You get this is the Russell. Get them for the NASDAQ, Dow Jones, as well as the S&P 500. And you also get them for gold futures as well as oil futures. Well, this is gold, and then this is oil. So these are just these are amazing tools that you can use to trade and to learn how to trade and to use a profitable system that you see us use pretty much every single day in these videos. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask in the comment section down below, or visit our website at www.thrivingbull.com.